the CEO or founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg.
How are you doing, my dearest family? Welcome again to Direct TV, bringing to you the truth with Brother Joshua. And right in today's video, guys, I'm still here with the man of God, Reverend Dr. Chris Oyakhilome, DSC, And you see, guys, I just pray and hope that this particular video doesn't get taken down. I have so many reasons I'm bringing this video because a lot of us need to know what is going on in our world. And several times when I bring videos like this, there are still those who go against it and who go about saying something bad about what I'm doing, but it's fine, all true. But I just pray that this video doesn't get taken down. Okay, so this particular video, the man of God Pastor Chris addressed some of the fights that is going on, the war, all right, against free speech, which Pastor Chris has been addressing for a very long time now. So I'd like you to kindly watch this video with rapt attention. And he also mentioned some of the things, the laws they impose on people that owns platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you see. So just kindly watch today's video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Watch this.
Men of truth don't fear lies. They don't fear lies. They're not afraid of others having the freedom to speak. Because you know that truth will always overpower lies. You know, when you tell a lie, you always need more lies to sustain the lie. I was saying something on Sunday, in some countries where they created bad laws, and the Bible tells us about bad laws. Bad laws. And when there's a bad law, it needs to be rejected and abrogated, abolished. For it takes people of courage to stand against it. Listen, man was not made for laws. Laws were made for man. So if a law is not right, you have to reject it and ask for a change. When there's a law against freedom of speech, free speech, it should be disallowed. For example, in certain countries where they said that if you own a platform, a social media platform, you'll be held responsible for the things that are said on that platform by anybody that are not right. That's quite interesting. That is very interesting. The foolishness of it. The foolishness of it. And I'm going to explain why. Just recently, I think it was Senator Kennedy, the United States, who was questioning the CEO or founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. And while he was questioning him, he made a statement. He said, platforms like yours, and I'm not quoting verbatim, but it was to the effect, but I'll use his words at a point. So he said, platforms like yours are no longer just companies. He said they are like countries. He was talking about how big, because they've got millions and millions and billions of people on those platforms. So he said, they're like countries. That's interesting. So in a sense, he was saying to Mark, you're like the leader of a country. You're like the head of a country. So I want to pick that and come back to this. Wherever, any country that has this bad law, where it says that, and they forced some of those platform owners to accept such a responsibility, that anyone that's posting what they call misinformation or disinformation or making false claims on those social media platforms, they said the owner of the platform will be held responsible. Doesn't that mean, by simple correlation, that the presidents and prime ministers of countries should therefore be held accountable for the crimes committed in their countries? That's what it means. If that is not good, then that law is bad. And it should be immediately rescinded, abrogated, immediately. Because I don't think that the president or prime minister of a country should be held responsible for the crimes committed by those in their countries. But that's exactly what you're doing to the owners or heads or leaders of those platforms. That's exactly what you're doing to them. So if that must continue, the first to be arrested should be the presidents and prime ministers of those countries, which, like I said, is not just, it's not right. But because that is not right, it is equally unjust to hold the owners of those platforms responsible for the things said on their platforms. And no one should take this lightly. Don't take it lightly. Don't take it lightly. It must not be accepted. Free speech is not only free when it sounds nice, when it's acceptable to you. Free speech should be free even when you don't like it. God allows men, He allows men to say anything. Read the book of Genesis. Cain asked God, when God said, Cain killed his brother Abel. And God spoke to Cain and said, where is your brother? Cain replied God, said, am I my brother's keeper? Was God angry with him to kill him? No. God engaged him in the dialogue. You respond to words with words. So, the fight against free speech, the war against free speech, is a subterfuge. It's a pretense, a clandestine effort to make the narrative of one side the dominant voice for one reason and one reason only: totalitarianism. Only despots do that. And we must not allow our errors to go in that direction, where Satan pushes leaders to do that. It's satanic. Must not be allowed. Must not continue. And that's why those of you who are saints of God everywhere, pray against this thing, because they don't know what they are doing. They don't know what they're doing. When they passed those laws in those countries, they had no clue what they were doing. They were pushed by Satan. You have to take a stand against it and pray. What's happening in Australia, in the United Kingdom, in France, these things are not good. In Ireland, not good. And as saints of God, you got to pray, because this is a manifestation of Satan. You've got to pray, and you've got to pray now. Pray in the churches. Pray in the churches. There's nothing that God cannot help you with. Those laws must be overthrown. You have to pray against those things. You cannot allow yourself to live in fear. It's not okay. All of us who are adults, we came into a world, we were born into a world that many others fought to have free speech. Fought and they got it. They fought the tyrants. And we are heirs of a free world. What do you want to bequeath to your children? You're going to lose that? And deliver your children into a world of darkness, a world of fear? Don't accept it. Don't allow it. And even those who are in power, you have to remind yourself, you will not always be there. If you're in office, if you're in government, you're in power, use your power to cancel those laws. Use your power to fight those evil laws. Don't allow those things. So today we're just we're introducing the subject. We're just beginning, and we've got a lot of amazing things to talk about tomorrow and the day after. And you know, when I opened today's program, I was telling you about why we need to be wise and take actions, and not just think that, oh, that evil will not come here.
All right, my dearest family, there you have it with the man of God, Reverend Dr. Chris. So you've heard the several things that he has said. You know, a lot of you, might be on some of these spaces. You don't know what's going on. You know, people like me that post every day, not just random things, but things that matters. Okay, we know what is really going on, and we know the fights that's going on in our world. You see, and you can imagine that. I told many of you that something happened to me last week which couldn't allow me to post. Part of it was about this my channel. Okay, and what actually happened was that I posted one of Pastor Chris's video, and you see these guys, just like what everything pastor have addressed in this video, these guys are very sensitive. It didn't even take up to 30 minutes before they bring the video down. Okay, and what was their excuse for what I did? Their excuse was that I was spreading bad information and all those things. But that was what the man of God, Reverend Dr. Chris, is trying to tell us. See, as they are, as these perpetrators are actually attacking or giving some of the laws they are giving to most of these owners of these platforms, the owners then begin to impose them on us, you see. But that's why I love Twitter. You can say anything in Twitter. That's why I love Twitter, or X, how we call it now, X. Anyways, I believe that most of you that have been listening to the man Reverend Dr. Chris, you understand what I'm talking about. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. See you in my next video, guys. Bye.